everybody. Welcome to Gen J Talk Show, where learning overflows, knowledge is shared, and curiosity is being solved.
Our guest for tonight is from Republic of Mindanao. Let's welcome our political masters.
Thank you so much for accepting our invitation to come here, ladies and gentlemen.
Our pleasure to be here too, ma'am.
During the American and Japanese occupations, how did the American occupation influence the restructuring of the Japanese government after World War II?
The American occupation significantly influenced the restructuring of a Japanese government after the World War II through initiatives like adoption of a new constitution in 1947, which introduced the democratic principles and renounced the country right to maintain a military.
What were the key policies implemented by the U.S. authorities during the American occupation of the Japan, and how did they impact the local governance system?
Thank you for that. During the American occupation of Japan, key policies include the establishment of parliamentary system and reforms to bring and large states, and the promotion of women rights. This measure aimed to fostering democracy and economic stability in a post-war Japan.
Now, let's give the floor to our audience. Maybe they want to know about the Japanese and American occupations.
What was the military government under the American regime?
The United States military government of the Philippine Island was established by the United States on August 14, 1898, a day after the capture of Manila, with General Wesley Marriott acting as military governor.
While the military government was in operation, President McKinley created the First Philippine Commission, also known as Churchman Commission, while Chris McKinley created the Second Philippine Commission.
To prepare the country for the establishment of a civil government.
When the first Organic Act for the governance of the Philippines was amended, William H. Taft is the first civil governor. What does civil governor represent?
Thank you for that wonderful question, Mr. Civil governors represented the authority of the Crown in the new founded and Labrador and upheld the colony's constitution between 1825 and 1855.
After the organization of the civil government, the U.S. Congress passed a law which governed the Philippines, the Second Organic Law. This was known as the Cooper Act or Philippine Bill or 902. Can you explain to us what is Cooper Act of the Philippines?
Thank you, ma'am. The Copper Acts providing bills of rights for the Filipinos that protected their rights to live and acquire property, to practice their religion, to be subjected to due process, to exercise their obligation, to enjoy compensation due to them, and freedom of expression.
On August 29, 1916, the Third Organic Act of the Philippines was enacted. John Law, also known as the Merchant Marine Act of 1950, what do you think is the purpose of the law?
Thank you for the question, Mr. Peter. The Jones Law gives the Philippine legislature general legislative powers with limitations that all laws affecting immigration, currency, coinage, or tariff, and those pertaining to the lands of public domain. Timber mining are subject to the approval of the President of the United States of America.
The Sixth Independence Mission, also known as the Osrox Mission, had the specific task of working for the Philippine independence in the U.S. Congress. Can you tell us more about this mission?
The Osrox mission in 1932 was campaign for the self-government and United States recognition of the independence of the Philippines, led by the former House Speaker and Senator Sergio Osmeña and House Speaker Manuel Rojas. This mission brought home the hair hose cutting which would grant the Philippines independence after 10 years transition period.
The Tidings McDuffie Act was passed on March 24, 1934. What does it establish?
Thank you, ma'am. It established a framework for self-governance and laid the groundwork for full independence of the Philippines from the United States, which was granted in 1946. Okay.
What is the 1935 Philippine Constitution all about?
Our constitutional plebiscite held in the Philippines on May 14, 1935 ratified the 1935 Philippine Constitution which established the Philippine Commonwealth. The Constitution had been written in the 1934 by the Constitutional Convention of 1934.
Thank you so much to our audience and guests. We have also heard questions from our online viewers. This is from Mr. Drix. He asked that when Japan conquered Manila on January 2, 1942, on the next day it constituted its military administration. What was the Japanese military government during the early 20th century?
Thank you, ma'am. The Japanese military government during the early 20th century refers to the period when militaristic function gained influence leading to arrest of authoritarian government. This unit ultimately contributed to Japan's involvement in expansionist activities and conflicts.
What is the Philippine Executive Commission?
The first Japanese reorganization of the government, which renamed the national government as Central Administrative Organization.
Thank you so much for sharing useful information and knowledge about American and Japanese government, everyone. Stay with us. We will get back after some advertisement. Thank you.
As we enrolled in SFC, our goal was just to get the degree. But throughout the journey, we were able to meet new friends. We were enjoying our college life because of these people. The admins are so accommodating. The teachers are so friendly and approaching. They considerate every status of their students. And here in SFC, we don't just learn the laws or lesson. We also learn the importance of each other. We are family.
SFC ang masa na may pag-asa. Information and knowledge about American and Japanese government, everyone. Thank you.
The first Japanese
Of authoritarian government.
Its military administration. Thank you so much for that information.
Our constitutional
Thank you, ma'am. It established a framework for self-governance and laid the groundwork for full independence of the Philippines from the United States, which was granted in 1946. Thank you. Of Manila with General Wesley Manila acting as military government.
The Tidings The Tidings The Tidings Max Coffee 34. What does that?
Let us welcome the award. Salamat. May kapag-inaw, di ka sayang. i-bloopers. I-bloopers natin sa ating